Okay, so looking at it, the first thing I would do is probably say I would, have to start somewhere. And certainly, your mileage may vary, you may do other things, but I'm looking at the integrand and I want to start, doing things that I know about. And some things we know about from the past, just a partial fraction decomposition. We've done enough of those. I'm hoping as you're looking at this over here, I do write the work down here for you. And stuff that we've done in the past, by the way, so it's no different at all. And then I kind of write it down, and I write this thing down as a partial fraction decomposition. And the one that we're looking for is basically this one over here. But then someone says, what are you doing over here? I'm starting to realize I need to, write that in a form that's more familiar to me. And this is the more familiar form over here. The reason being I'm looking for something like 1 plus, whoops, I'm going to get my black pen out. I'm looking for like 1 plus, something being squared over there, because you can recognize that guy as being something that you know about how to do. All right, so I'm going to say it's work to get through that. There's no doubt about that, but you will eventually get here. All right, you should anyway be able to get there. All right, now certainly I'm going to say some of the integrations look really easy to do. All right, really easy to do. Right, some don't look easy to do. All right, we'll worry about the limit later, by the way. But the bottom line is, you realize that the integration, all right, the limits is 0 to r. You write them down. That's all I did. All right. Now certainly, the first integral is super easy. This one's super easy to put down. I mean, you could do that, and you should do that. All right. But then that second integration, a bit more time and effort. Right. So I would look for a u substitution, and again, we're doing that second integration. I'm doing a u substitution over here. All right. And, I'm putting r star down as being something else at this point, and we'll go through that when we get there. And, relatively simple. Just splitting it into two. The first guy, relatively simple to write down, right? Just making a substitution in there. And the second guy, relatively simple to write down as well, all right? But again, it's like each step along the way is more and more work, and you may forget about the past. And that's why it's so important to have things written down, that you know what your past is. Your past is you're trying to get this guy over here. That's what you're trying to get, all right? And then, one step at a time, the first integration, really simple to do, all right? The first one's really simple to do, all right? So I just write it down, evaluate, get this over here. Moving on to this guy over here, a little more trouble though, but you can do it. What do? You split into two, right? Where the second guy, relatively simple to do, right? The second guy's relatively simple to do. And the first guy, also relatively simple to do. You may have to do another u substitution to do it, or maybe a v substitution at some point, but you'll be able to get there, all right? Then, of course, bringing it all together to do the evaluation, and that's problematic, all right? That is problematic. It's saying so much work, can I ever pull it all together? Well, your hope is to pull it together, right? Pull everything together, including doing all the limits one at a time, like doing, writing this one down over here, doing the evaluations, yada, yada, yada. You may want to look through that and study that material, connecting the pieces together, combining things together, arctangents, pulling that all together, and finally, in the end, you're getting this over here. Whoa, I got to do the limit is, this is crazy looking. Well, you know what? We did a lot of work to get there. Hopefully you did that work as well, looking through my K, and you're able to get this number over here. That's what we're hoping for. Thank you.